Okay, YouTube. Well, it's always weird. Hello, hello. No, it's just advertising me its dual stream feature. Apparently that's a thing on YouTube. I don't know how you utilize that or how it works, but anyway, regardless, I listened to it at work, like I said I was going to, while I was slaving away in the wagey mines. And I thought it sounded pretty good for the most part, but I did make a few notes when it came to a couple timing adjustments here and there I want to make. But I think the compressor and everything is set pretty well. All the FL Studio related stuff I think is good. But I do have a few notes, which is I need to move, let's see here. I wrote it down on my phone. I need to move a couple of boomers forward. So. With the doctor to have me shot into space. Let's see. I normally turn this up to 9. With the doctor to have me shot into space. I know that sounds bad. Yeah, okay, so if I'm gonna do that, I need to change the... Yeah, let's boost OBS by 9 to make up for the volume I'm turning down. Fuck. Okay, so if I'm turning it down 9 decibels, let's boost it 9 decibels. Driving by in an RV saw how ugly I was. Okay, I see the meters running in OBS, so it's being captured. On their farm with all the other ugly kids without parents. Brutal. I think I wanted to move the brutal forward a little bit, too, now that I think about it. Shift K. Oh, fuck. What did I do? Okay. Forward a little bit. The other ugly kids without parents. Brutal. My adopted boomer father tried to teach me the value. Alright. They're very minor adjustments. It's not... I mean, it's pretty fucking good as is. I'm pretty happy with it. Like I said, I think FL Studio-wise, everything is good. So... oh, a couple of boomers. Right here, I think. Boomers driving by in an RV saw how ugly I was. Yeah, let's move that forward a little bit. Move a couple of boomers forward. Everybody saw my penis. A couple of boomers driving by. Bro. Yeah, okay, that one needs to go back a little bit. Hear all the normies saying, oh, bro. Yeah, that one, yeah. Me saying, oh, bro. As a sub-5 male. You know, you always hear all the normies saying, oh, bro, I wish I had superpowers, bro. But what they just don't understand is that, yeah, I may have superpowers. Male. You know, you always hear all the normies saying, oh, bro, I wish I had... Actually, maybe I should listen to it with more context. Okay. This time, we're gonna talk about having superpowers as a sub-5 male. You know, you always hear all the normies saying, oh, bro, I wish I had superpowers, bro. Or could I make it faster, maybe? Me saying, oh, bro, I wish I had superpowers as a sub-5 male. You know, you always hear all the normies saying, oh, bro, I wish I had superpowers, bro. 5 male. You know, you always hear all the normies saying, oh, bro, I wish I had superpowers, bro. But what they just don't understand, we're gonna talk about having superpowers as a sub-5 male. You know, you always hear all the normies saying, oh, bro, I wish... I mean, I could... Okay, what if I pushed it all the way up? Of course, as a sub-5 male. You know, you always hear all the normies saying, oh, bro, I wish I had superpowers, bro. Of course, as a sub-5 male.
You know, you always hear all the normies saying, "Oh, bro!"
A little too much.
All the normies saying, "Oh, bro!" All the normies saying, "Oh, bro! I wish I had superpowers, bro!" What they just don't understand.
Started from the beginning.
Okay, this time we're gonna talk about having superpowers as a sub-5 male. You know, you always hear all the normies saying, "Oh, bro! I wish I had superpowers, bro!" What they just don't understand is that, yeah, I may have superpowers, but that still doesn't change the fact that it's over. Let me tell you something. Having
Well, I'm gonna leave that for now, but I might circle back to it. But the other thing... I do know.
you doing it. Then he got all mad.
Whereas the I do know.
Ripping my balls off on a self-improvement journey. What one oofy doofy. Already hear the normies and the audience still worked in fast food. Minimum of 30 years experience for entry-level positions. I told them that I have superpowers, but they...
Yeah, right here, I think. Yeah, move it
entry-level positions. I told them that I have superpowers, but they don't give a shit. I do know that I could get hired in an instant as Chad, but then I can't use my powers, so fuck that. I really did not want to go back to crime fighting.
Yeah, it's pretty good, I mean. Just kind of being nitpicky. But I do want it to be perfect. For the record, I plan on uploading this sometime this weekend. So I'm not going to do it immediately, but yeah, probably this weekend I'll finish this up, I'll get it exported, and you know, maybe make a video version for YouTube perhaps. You know, all that jazz.
Okay.
But I'm gonna sit on it for a few days before I do that.
Okay. This time we're gonna talk about having superpowers as a sub-5 male. You know, you always hear all the normies saying, "Oh, bro! I wish I had superpowers, bro!" What they just don't understand is that, yeah, I'm sub-5 male. You know, you always hear all the normies saying, "Oh, bro!" saying, "Oh, bro!"
I feel like I still want to make it a little faster, but
5 male.
Might be pushing it.
You know, you always hear all the normies saying, "Oh, bro! I wish I had super..." saying, "Oh, bro!" The normies saying, "Oh, bro!" As a sub-5 male. You know, you always hear all the normies saying, "Oh, bro! I wish I had superpowers, bro!" What they just don't understand is that, yeah, I may have superpowers, but that still doesn't change the fact about having...
Shit, I'm indecisive on this one.
about having superpowers.
But I think that's it for my notes. It was only a couple things. Yeah, it was only a couple things.
Okay, this time we're gonna talk about having superpowers as a sub-5 male. You know, you always hear all the normies saying, "Oh, bro! I wish I had superpowers, bro!" What they just don't understand.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's good. Let's overwrite the file, the export. Okay, yes, tracks, Blackpill, superhero confessions, and we're doing 32-bit float. Yes. And so now if I overwrite that file, I should be able to open up FL Studio, and it should have the updated version. Let's see. Oh god, that's way too fucking loud. Turn this shit down. Turn it down. Oh wait, no, I think I did 15 last time. Okay. And in which case, I need to go into OBS and we'll turn this up to 15. Fuck you. Right? Yeah, 15 decibels. So it should be good. I think I can play it with the gain applied to the master, and I don't think it'll be that loud compared to the microphone you're hearing right now. Because like, you know, what you're hearing right now is already being processed and compressed and boosted and shit. I think that, you know, listening back to the stream yesterday, I think it will be okay if I play it with all the gain and shit applied to it, you know, in the master. I think it'll be okay. Hopefully it won't be too loud, but it should be closer to like my mic volume.
Okay, this time we're gonna talk about having superpowers as a sub-5 male. You know, you always hear all the normies saying, "Oh, bro, I wish I had superpowers, bro." But what they just don't understand is that, yeah, I may have superpowers, but that still doesn't change the fact that it's over. Let me tell you something.
Here, let's, for funsies, let's open up all the plugins just so I can see them running at once. This goes, it'll look cool. There we go. But yeah, I'll listen to it one more time and see. I mean, I don't really have to do this, I don't think. What the fuck is that? Oh, it's some asshole cutting flowers apart for some reason. Well, that scared the shit out of me. Well, I lost my... Oh, good, the gate is catching it. Yeah, there's someone revving their fucking chainsaw or whatever it is out there. There's never any fucking peace. Alright. What was I gonna do? I lost my fucking train of thought now. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna play it through one more time. Yeah, I think that's what I was gonna do, is I was just gonna play through this one last time. You know, I don't really have to exactly. I think everything is pretty good, but just for the hell of it, we'll just run through it one last time. But then I might do something else after this.
Okay, this time we're gonna talk about having superpowers as a sub-5 male. You know, you always hear all the normies saying, "Oh, bro, I wish I had superpowers, bro." But what they just don't understand is that, yeah, I may have superpowers, but that still doesn't change the fact that it's over. Let me tell you something. Having superpowers means dick when you're...
Oh, wait a minute. Let me grab the master so I'm able to see both this meter here and the one on the master channel.
Okay, this time we're gonna talk about...
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, it's because I turned it down. Duh. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, that's
this
normal.
time we're gonna talk about having superpowers as a sub-5 male. You know, you always hear all the normies saying, "Oh, bro, I wish I had superpowers, bro." But what they just don't understand is that, yeah, I may have superpowers, but that still doesn't change the fact that it's over. Let me tell you something. Having superpowers means dick when your face looks like a genetic Hiroshima. In school, I used to get bullied all the time for my looks, and I couldn't even use my powers to fight back because it would kill them. Now, if I save 5 out of 7 people from a burning building, everyone only focuses on the 2. But if Super Chad saves 2 out of 7, he gets praised like there's no tomorrow. Oh, thank you, Super Chad. Oh, let me kiss your ass some more. You know, there's always somebody out there who mugs you, no matter how powerful you think you are. And the villains are even more cooked than I am. Holy shit. You have all these beta-buck spalding manlets always trying to take over the world. But what they don't understand is, it doesn't really matter how much money and power they think they have. No female is ever gonna fuck them with a 10-foot pole. It's over, man. Truly over. In fact, it never even began. And I have to beat these people up or else the normies will kill me. That's what everyone says I'm here for. You know, everybody tells me it's my destiny, but it's only because they don't know the real reason that I'm here. If you don't know, the planet I was born on is full of Super Chads and Super Stacys. When I was born, my parents took one look at me and said, it's over. They just couldn't cope, so they made arrangements with the doctor to have me shot into space. I know that sounds bad, but things were actually going pretty great until I crashed into Earth. I got out of the wreckage, stood up, and of course, everybody saw my penis. A couple of boomers driving by in an RV saw how ugly I was, picked my ass up, and enslaved me to work on their farm with all the other ugly kids without parents. Brutal. My adopted boomer father tried to teach me the value of hard work. Oh, you gotta work hard, bud! You'll never get anywhere without hard work! I said, if working hard is so virtuous, why aren't you doing it? Then he got all mad. I don't think I learned a single thing there. Anyway, I got sick of everybody treating me like I was subhuman, so I created a new secret identity to blend in with Chad. Basically, I just use a wig to cover up the Norwood graveyard on top of my head, and now everybody thinks I'm a completely different person. It's actually crazy, guys. I started coping my balls off on a self-improvement journey and left town for about 5 years. I come back and what's the first thing I see, guys? My fucking one-itis. The only thing she ever said to me was, "Ew, you're bald," and then went back to staring down at her phone. But here's the even more brutal part. Since I returned to town as my secret identity, now she talks to me all the time. But we can't be together, or else she'll discover my true identity. Anyway, she's all pissed off now because I quit crime fighting. She said, "He was ugly, but at least he was useful." And I was like, what the fuck? I swear, everybody feels so entitled to my powers, you know? I remember this one time growing up, I had to save some 5'1" oofy doofy from jumping off a bridge. Everybody started chanting, "Save him! Save him!" And I was like, what's the point? If I save him, his life wouldn't improve. My boomer mom started screaming, "No! You need to save him now! Save him now!" And I was like, okay. After I saved him, he started getting some attention from some females in the crowd and immediately started Chester maxing. I just started cringing my balls off like, oh my god. That's how you know it's over, guys. I mean, the guy had to be pushing 40 and still worked in fast food. And I can already hear the normies in the comments section saying, "Bro, he's just following his dreams, bro." Yeah? I think I can safely tell you that nobody's dream is to work in fucking fast food when they're 40. I know some guys use work as a cope. I tried that shit, but the thing is, everywhere wanted a minimum of 30 years experience for entry-level positions. I told them that I have superpowers, but they don't give a shit. I do know that I could get hired in an instant as Chad, but then I can't use my powers, so fuck that. I really did not want to go back to crime fighting, guys. I really didn't. I even asked my boomer parents if I could go back to working on the farm, but they told me that they sold it to China. So I got defeated and had to go back to fighting subhumans. I thought my return to superhero form would at least make my one-itis happy, but all I managed to get out of her was, "Took you long enough." But now I don't know what to do because she keeps asking me for the number of my alter ego. I was scared this whole thing might turn into a bad episode of a sitcom, so I wanted to make her lose interest. I showed up as Chad to tell her that I have a criminal record. You're never gonna fucking believe this, guys. That ended up being a huge mistake because it just turned her on even more. I panicked and told her it was for killing my girlfriend, and then she handed me a knife. I was like, whoa. Oh my God, it's never been more over for the average guy, I swear to God. Dude. Oh man. She doesn't know this, but I can actually see into her apartment right now with my X-ray vision, and she's furiously masturbating while listening to a true crime podcast. I guess I'll have to try serial killer maxing and tell you if it works out. Or maybe I could try actually killing a villain for once instead of just sending them to jail. Maybe I just don't know how to talk to women. But I lost the wig, so now I'm fucked. Either way, I don't really care. It just sucks. But yeah, that's all I have for now. Okay, this time we're gonna talk about having superpowers as a...
I don't know if I dare unmute my microphone because they're at it again. Maybe they moved. Jesus Christ. Alright, so I'm pretty happy with that. You know, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. You know what? Let's do another export real quick. And we'll go desktop. Dell Blackpill. We'll call this Dell Blackpill number 2. I'll listen to that at work as well. And full song, leave remainder, 32-bit. Yeah, we'll leave it as mono because I don't really see a point in saving it in stereo. I mean, it's just one track. Hell, I exported it in mono when I brought it in FL. Okay. Oh, I didn't close this, I guess. Oops. Open up a new Audacity thingamajig. Whoop. Oh god, my desktop is turning into a fucking mess. Oh god damn it. Good thing I checked that. Good thing I checked that, because I didn't fucking... Yeah, I always forget to do that. Gotta reset the fucking master fader. There we go. Now if I do it again, and do it correctly this time... Yeah. Okay, so number 2... Dell Blackpill number 2, and then we'll do it again. Oh, this is gonna be loud shit. Oh shit, I think I just caught it just in time. You're welcome. Alright, let's pull it in. Alright, now it's properly loud. Alright. Good. Turn it down to 15. There. But yeah, I mean, the waves are pretty uniform. I don't see a lot of, like, really big drop-offs or anything. And I didn't really hear anything like that when I listened to it. So I think everything's pretty good. I don't know what to do for the rest of the stream then, because, yeah, it's good. So... So, Yeah. Make sure that saves, close it out.
Down for about 5 years. I come back and what's the first
Let's listen to that part I changed.
mail? You know, you always hear all the normies saying, "Oh, bro! I wish I had superpowers, bro!" But what they just don't understand about having superpowers as a sub-5 male. You know, you always hear all the normies saying, "Oh, bro! I wish I had superpowers, bro!"
Bro. Okay. Yeah, it looks like the limiter hit. Well, I actually saw it as it was playing, and the limiter touched this section just a little bit. But it's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. Oh, if I could still keep it at 16 lufs. And by the way, probably double check and just make sure. Actually. Yeah, so yeah, let me check the Uline loudness meter again. Now, I think that if I drag and drop the file in here, it's going to say it's much quieter because it's in mono instead of stereo. Yeah, see, it says like -19. Yeah, I wonder if I change this to mono, will it change the rating? Or will it still say it's like -19 or whatever? Yeah, it's still saying like -19. I don't know why, but if you save a clip in mono, I realized it always rates it lower. Or as quieter, rather. See, like it's saying it's -19, but it should be. Let me prove this theory real quick. So I'm gonna make an export in stereo, and I didn't touch anything. Okay, like everything is exactly the same as it was. I didn't. You know, you can see I didn't make any adjustments at all. But I'm going to do another version. I call it Dell Blackpill number 2 for loudness. Save it as a wave, and then I'm going to change it to stereo. And I guarantee you it's going to say 16 lufs. Oh shit, let me hit the mute real quick. Ah, got it. Alright, let me try that. Yeah, number 2 for loudness. I'm gonna drop that fucker in here, and I guarantee you it'll say 16. Yep, 16 lufs. Loudness units full scale. Yep. I don't know why it's saying the true peak is -0.4. I still don't know why it's saying that. It should say like -1. 1.0, rather. And I'm kind of getting my decimal points fucked up, but. Well, or at least I was on the previous stream. Let me put it that way. But, I mean, where is the loudest portion? Should be here. Well, then again, there was like a period here.
All the normies saying, "Oh, bro! I wish I had superpowers, bro!"
No, there should still be a decibel of headroom here. I don't know why it's saying that. Normalize it to 0. Show clipping. Oh, that didn't do anything. Okay, well. Oh, there it is. Okay, here we go. Okay, so yes, this is the loudest portion. Yeah, the second kissy sound. Okay. Oh. Oh, oh, oh. But there should still be a. Yeah, it looks like there's still a decibel of headroom. I don't know. I don't buy it. I think it's full of shit. I think FL Studio did a perfectly fine job limiting it, so I'm not that worried about it. But yeah, notice if I do it in stereo. See, I didn't even set it to stereo when I did it. And it still said it was 16. Number 2 for loudness, dropping in again. Yeah, it says 16 LUFS. That's the, by the way, that's the standard for podcasting. So whenever I do something dialogue related, I always normalize it till I get that 16 LUFS integrated value. That's why I chase it, because that's the, like, podcasting standard. And to be honest, I think it's a decent loudness. I think it works good. Are people shouting outside now? Oh, someone's raking. Oh. Going slowly insane over here, but yeah, I'm not that worried about it. So, well, you know, I could actually let me try something. I could open up an Audacity project because it does have loudness normalization as a feature in this version. I could drop my file in here and then try normalizing it. Effect, loudness normalization. And I could try normalizing it to 16 LUFS here and just see if it moves or does anything to it. Did nothing. So it's perfect. Yeah, it's perfect. Wait, what if I uncheck that box? I wonder. Treat mono as dual mono. Yeah, let me try unchecking that. Let's just see if it does anything. Oh, okay. So it does treat it differently. And the thing is, the feature in Audacity isn't smart enough to limit it, so you get a shitload of clipping if it boosts it too much. But yeah, so if I keep that checked, treat mono as dual mono, then it doesn't. Yeah, it says it's fine. So yeah, yeah, yep, 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 yep. I mean, the other thing is I could put it on a track. Like I could put it on the master here in FL. Like I could put it like down here or something, the loudness meter, and just have it run through. But you know, then I would have to wait the entire 6 minutes or whatever for it to give me a reading. So I like using that feature where I like using that trick where I just export it real quick and then just drag and drop it in, and then it gives me a value. It just goes faster. But back when I had the free version, that's what I used to do. Is I would just like put it in here somewhere. Oh, there it is, right there. I would just put it in here and like play it. Oh shit! Way too loud. Yeah, that's right. Well, whatever. Yeah, anyway. But I would just play it in here and then see what reading it gave me after the audio finished playing. But like I said, that takes too long. So, wait. Yeah. Okay. Alright, let's delete it. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Save. Everything should be good. Okay. Oh, I'm not worried about it. I think it's good. Alright. I have a little bit of time. I might do something else. I was kind of thinking of maybe doing a Hot Diggity Demon tribute of some kind. Like, I was thinking of maybe drawing Mickey the Dick, just because I like his design. I have a preset here somewhere. Oh, wait, it's probably in here. Yeah, 16 by 20 poster bleed. We'll do that. There we go. Might draw a little something. Here, let me mute real quick. Yeah, I don't know. I just thought it would be kind of a nice thing to do. Wacky game jokes for kids. I would pull up some episodes on YouTube, but unfortunately, I think he kind of privated those. I don't know. I could just start drawing and see how I feel, I guess. His head is. Yeah, it's very much an oval. Yeah. This. And then, yeah, he has like the. Oh, that's too small. This head is. Oh, fuck you. This head's too big. Need to find a better reference. Mickey the Dick. Oh. The fuck are you doing? Fuck you. I'm gonna get his eyes right. Well, I guess it doesn't have to be perfect, but. You do like the eyebrows. Yeah, the eyes need to be smaller. This is atrocious. I regret everything. He has like all the like bags and shit under the eyes, and then like it's all dark. I mean, I could put my own little spin on it. I don't have to make it exactly like. I have to draw it exactly accurately to the show, but. But yeah, I used to enjoy wacky game jokes. I know some people on Newgrounds kind of chat on it at the time, but I don't know. I thought it was pretty funny. No, because the eyebrows kind of go together. They kind of form a monobrow when he's like pissed off. Yeah, kind of like that. And then you have the chin. Like. Here. Here, let's pull that in a little bit because I think it's a little too much. Yeah, something kind of like that. I'm getting there. Maybe if I. Yes. Bring it in a little bit, maybe. See. And you have his little thing going on. Facial hair. God damn it. Ooh, I hate video games so much. Actually, it was more like. Yeah, I think it was more like that. Do something like that. Wait, no, because his hair is gonna go kind of over there. Yeah, and he has like tiny little ears, like so. I'm not quite sure. Maybe this is like an older version of Mickey. Maybe that's what it is. He has a little bit more of a 1,000-yard stare going. Well, it kind of goes like the ear kind of goes like into itself, like kind of like that. I think. I'm not sure. I can't help but wonder if Mickey today would still hate video games or if he would get trolls remorse like everybody else did. Can't help but wonder. Alright, so you got the hair. Mm-hmm. Give us some room to draw it in, but yeah, he has the really little. Yeah, should be doing kind of like one of these numbers. Oh, god damn it. Yeah, let's get rid of the headline. Help me to visualize it a little better. Maybe like, yeah, that would help a little bit. Yeah, because then it like comes down like. Oh yeah, it's coming along a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Doesn't he have like a little neck, kind of like this? I want to say he does. Oh, shit. Yeah, he does. He has a little bitty neck. He has like a jacket, kind of like this. Okay, so at the neck is where it. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think I'm kind of getting it. Basically, we could just. Yeah. Let's make the ear. Or like that, maybe. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, you should see the head line from the. Well. Yeah, okay. So it goes. Yeah, okay. So you should. Okay. Now, do you see his hair from the other side? You do a little bit. Okay. I'm gonna get his eyes right. Yeah, I don't know. It's not turning out too bad, I don't think. Not exactly accurate to the character 100%, but I don't know. I think it's kind of coming around. But now what do I do about his arms? Well, I could, like, kind of... Yeah, do something kind of like this, maybe. Because I do remember, like... Yeah, because the jacket was black, but you could use, like, a white line here to kind of indicate where the arm is from the torso. But I don't know. He didn't really have shoulders, I don't think. Or... Hmm... Hmm... I'm looking at references, kind of trying to figure it out, but... Mm-hmm. Probably kind of overthinking it a bit to some degree. Well, his arm should be like here, I think. Yeah, I mean, needs a little bit of work. Needs to be a little more rounded. Yeah, you motherfucker. Fucker. Yeah, maybe if I did it like more like that. These should be like different lengths, I think. Yeah, I think it wasn't quite so even. Like, no, I'm not getting the eyes right. And the eyes are like the most important part. He does have like kind of the baggage going on here, but then oh shit. Almost knocked my tablet off. But then there's like these sort of like rings going on here. Where it's like, yeah. Fuck. Yeah, it's kind of like that. Kind of. And then what I could do is I could like just take an airbrush like so and color it in that way. That looks kind of funny, actually. But yeah, not too bad. But yeah, he kind of has more so like the ring stuff going on here. Maybe this out a little bit more consistent. Let's see here. Maybe we'll just call it Mickey the Prick. I don't know. Instead of the dick. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. I just thought it would be a nice thing to do. You know, make a little tribute to him. Well, to Hot Diggity Demon rather than Mickey the Dick. Mickey the Dick's not a real person, but I like his design. I've always kind of liked it, and I never tried drawing it, I don't think. So now I have an excuse. But thanks for coming along with me for another hour, and probably be back streaming again tomorrow. I don't know if it'll be audio related or if I'm just going to be doing this, but we'll play it by ear. I'll listen to the audio at work and see how I feel about it. But yeah, have a good one. If I could find my cursor.